to another review. Yeah, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today we are going to have this really nice set of figures. We will review the Fast Pioneer Deformed Automan. Such a weird name for a group of toys. Deformed Automan Legends Class Menasaur. So this is the knockoff, or this is the KO of the third-party Magic Square, if I believe, Menasaur figure. And these are slightly oversized, and right now they're still in their wonderful little casing, their little boxes right there. So we have these guys right here, and we're going to unbox them today. So let's get on with that. We are back and we're done with the unboxing of our stunticons that form the Legends class Menasaur. So again, this is from our Deformed Automan. This is the knockoff or third-party KO of Magic Square's Menasaur version. Now let's take a look at each one of these, because the four limbs were in robot mode, and I was really surprised that Motormaster was in truck mode, and he was really heavy. And these guys too, surprisingly for their small size, they have really good heft, so they're pretty hefty little figures. So we have right here Drag Strip. Look at that, really nice color, really awesome face. And let's take a look at Wild. Is this Wild Rider? Yeah, this is Breakdown. This is Breakdown. I forgot. So this is Breakdown. Yeah, so that's Breakdown right there. I think is he the Lambo? I think he's the Lambo. Yeah, I forgot. And this is try to remember. Dead End. Yeah, I think this is Dead End. I'm getting rusty with the names, because usually you don't really see a lot of the stunticons, and we are most likely with a lot of constructicons and dinobots, and it's very rare that we see stunticons placed in the, what do you call this, spotlight. And finally we have, I think he's, for me, this is the coolest. This is Wild Rider right there. Look at that awesome looking face sculpt, very menacing, very evil looking. Love the red. There you go, four limbs. They are all looking fantastic. And let's take a look at they all share the same articulation. So articulation wise, they have arm swivels, can rotate the head, can rotate this way and that, has waist articulation, which is pretty cool. You can bend the knee. There we go. You have ankle tilts. There we go. So articulation wise, this is a really awesome toy right there. So I'm kind of biased because I like Wild Rider. The wheels on these things also are a plus. Let's take a look at the wheels. Try to focus on that. So they're not really like what Hasbro has been doing with the wheels, which is just like plain and really cheap looking. They're colored with silver, and they have those metal pins. Let's take a look at Breakdown. There you go. Really awesome guys. So we're gonna put these guys aside, and let's take a look at Motormaster. So Motormaster, among the five, was in robot mode, in car mode, or alternate vehicle mode, and he looks really fantastic right there. You notice that the trailer, the chunk of the trailer, shows what do you call this? The whole body of Menasaur. So there's the head, and there you go. So great job. Let's do a quick size comparison with these guys with other Transformers, and we'll be back in a bit. Right, we're back, and let's have a quick spotlight on Motormaster, which is the biggest of all 5 stunticons in this set. Now let's address the big question: who is bigger? How do they scale with a Legends class Optimus Prime? So I think the best one to partner with would be HS-01 from Hot Soldiers, and this is the Legends class Optimus Prime. It's one of my favorites. I was able to dig him out, and if you notice that they're pretty much the same size, and they have almost the same height in cab mode. So we all know that Motormaster is slightly taller because there's this second layer, or like a wind vane kind of section, where you have this as the legs. If they follow the thing when they transform it in the cartoons, this becomes the toes or the legs of Motormaster. And if we take a look at that in trailer mode, we see that HS-01 is a little more streamlined, it's a little more lighter, but the Menasaur, or the Motormaster one, is really bulky, chunky, heavy, a lot of panels right there. Both rolls really well. There we go. And I really think they did a pretty good job right here. And it reminds me of that episode where Prime and Motormaster went head to head and tried, playing chicken, and they hit each other, rammed each other in truck mode. The only drawback right here, folks, is that if you notice, there is that little peg right there. It pegs to this hole, and it doesn't really peg well. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot hold that steady. That thing's gonna drop, that thing's gonna fall. So it's only gravity. It's only held together by gravity. Unlike this is the best part about the HS-01, again, that this thing will never ever fall. So that is pretty much it. So let's take a look at another car robot, and let's see how this fares with another vehicle. Here is Ratchet, and Ratchet really looks okay. I mean, that would be the scale, most likely, if there was like an ambulance and a truck together. I think that's a really good scale. Here is another vehicle. Let's who do I have in vehicle mode to still have in vehicle mode? We have Ironhide right there, and we also have I can't find any more. I think we do. Let's have Pipes. Let's see. It's over there. And yeah, they scale really well with the MFT and Mechanic Studio figures. Really nice figure right here, very chunky, very hefty. So let's get that out of the way, and we're gonna pause the video, and let's have another transformation, or like a size comparison between the limbs and the other Transformers. Okay, so we're back, and we have the limbs of Menasaur, aka the Stunticons. So we have a size comparison with other Decepticon figures from the MFT and Mechanic Studio line. So let's bring them. So here is, let me just put these guys down the back, and then let's try to get just one. So here is Astro Train, and I like that they're not far off, and these are two separate companies again, and they look really well. I mean, remember that Astro Train is not really a hulking behemoth. He is most likely the same, a little taller than the other Decepticons, but he's definitely just this size. Mass shifting, that's the key why he becomes a bigger shuttle. But let's put one of my favorites. Here is MFT Starscream. They look well. They really look great together. And of course, oops, Starscream, what happened? Why did you fall? Let's put, go back, drag strip, let's get my favorite. Wild Rider. Alright, let's put Wild Rider, and we have a very dusty Shockwave. Hello, Wild Rider. So, Shockwave right there. And one more, of course. The Decepticons won't be complete without their maniacal leader. We have Megatron. Yeah, one of my faves. There you go. They look great together. Look at that. Size-wise, these folks, these fellas, they just fell again. These guys are really amazing. They are to scale with the rest of your Legends class figure, especially if you are into, what do you call this, MFTN and Mechanic Studio Transformers, just like me, and they are really looking fantastic together. So let's get the Motormaster transformed. Let's transform everybody. Let's go with our transformation. That's pretty much it. Let's take another pause. I'll be right back. Motormaster into his robot mode. Since everyone is in their car modes, we're going to reverse him into his robot mode so that we can connect him to his trailer in his Menasaur mode. So let's try it out. First you want to do is just unhinge these sections right here. So this thing is clipped together like that, and there's this peg that connects the gas tanks. Very reminiscent to the HS-01 transformation. So once you unhook the roof of that, you're going to bring this section up like so, and notice that these are already the knees. Now mind you, when you connect these to these holes, they're going to stay there really in tight, so just don't push it in too much because it's very difficult to unconnect them. So separate these two sections. You're going to notice that there is this section right here that you can just flip, get this middle part, you know, the front of the truck, and rotate it, and then just bring out these toes and do the same here. Rotate this section. It's very tight, so be careful. I was really scared when I first tried it. It's super tight. And take out the toes. Right, so you have this whole assembly now, and rotate the gas tank. Rotate the gas tank like so. So you have Motormaster's legs and the lower part. Now all you have to do is just bring this section here, okay, and then just flip this down. So we have the top part. Unclip these things right here. So there's a peg right there. Unclip that, and it will open like so. This is now the arms. So just rotate them like that. Bring the head like so, and then rotate it. Okay. Flip this section in. Flip this section in like that. Fold this right here. Fold this right here, and then rotate it so that the wheels will be inside. Rotate this so that the wheels would be inside, and would make this shape right there. And then just bring this section down, but before you bring it out, just rotate it first like that so you can see it, because what's going to happen is you have to fold this and then just fold this one right here, right, and then just rotate that, and then what you're going to do now, see, this is in front, you want to rotate the middle section like that one, and then these pegs earlier, these ones right here, flip them close, and then just bring, you see there are holes right there. You're gonna clip that here to the back, kind of like a backpack. You have to really just find it. It's a little difficult to angle because it's dark. You can't really see it, so you have to feel that thing if you can find the spot. There you go. I think I found it there. Let's clip it. There you go. Bring the head and rotate the arms. Rotate the arms. And you have, ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful looking Motormaster. That is cartoon accurate. Again, awesome work from Magic Toys, because they did a fantastic job with making a legend-sized Motormaster work. Here is Optimus Prime together with Motormaster. As you can see, they look great together. Great scale. Prime is not far off. This is the Jinbao Prime. This is the KO Magic Square from Deformation Automan, or Deformed Automan. They look great together. Let's bring Megatron. Oh man, that is just so cool. Look at the scale. Look at the scaling of this. They are perfect together. Look at that. That is just really, really fantastic. Let's put Starscream somewhere here. And I would think that would really be the right scale, because combiners should be bigger than the normal Transformers. Yeah, it's fantastic. Great job. I am just digging it right now. Super duper digging it. Let's bring one more Autobot, and let's put Blaster into the mix. And I would really think that this is a great scale. So we're going to take a pause, and finally let's combine all of them together. Let's get these guys out of the way. Let's combine the stunticons together, and let's form Menasaur. Righty, we are back, and after a doozy of figuring out how to transform this thing, I have finally figured out and know how to transform Menasaur, or the stunticons, into Menasaur. So we are going to need Motormaster's trailer, and much of Menasaur comes from the trailer. Actually, the trailer is Menasaur, so we're going to check that out a little later. Other things that we have to consider with this transformation is we need Breakdown and Wild Rider in their vehicle modes. We're just going to snap them to the legs. And you need Drag Strip to be taken in half. You'll see here that there is a hole and there is a peg, so you can just put that together and then lock it, and that will make him whole again. Same goes with Dead End. You have to break him in half, and you want to do with Motormaster is that you want to transform him into his truck mode, but the roof part, or the wind vane part, would be rotated facing the back wheels, and you would then flip him like so. So it reminds me of the Power Master Optimus Prime, or kind of like what happens when you connect the Energon Optimus into Omega Supreme. So pretty reminiscent to that. So let's get cracking with these stunticons. So the first thing that you want to do, actually it started doing that by itself, but you want to remove these panels. And mind you that this whole toy has so many panels, it feels like it's a masterpiece transformer, and it is a pain. I've hurt myself several times transforming this. Mind you that this is sharp. The plastic is very sharp, so be careful. Next thing you want to do now is, once you have that unlatched, this thing comes open. Technically, you just really want to really unfold everything right here. So right there, and just separate, just split that apart, and rotate this, and then rotate that. Face these sections with grooves, and then rotate that. Now the next thing you want to do, so many things to do here, is bring this assembly, and you want to just fold that so that it will become the legs. We're going to get to that a little bit. And then once you have that folded, bring this whole assembly here, and then just rotate that. Alright, so it's going to face that way. Bring this whole assembly here, rotate that, and bring it this way. Okay, now once you've done that, our goal is to make these as the legs. So what you want to do is flip this, go to the back, flip this right here, and then flip that too. So once you have that flipped, you will notice that these can now groove in together. So groove that in. Actually, no, my mistake. Let's try to. So this is the part that I got really confused a lot of times. So let's, oh there, I think I got it now. Try to rotate it here, rotate it here, and we're gonna bring this, there you go. So this would be the leg facing side of Menasaur, so you're gonna put that there. And yeah, so there's a lot of rotating and unfolding right here. You're gonna bring this down, and that's gonna lock in place right there. So do the next thing to this. Just try to unfold that. There we go. And get this assembly here. This one right here. And then just bring it so that it can stand. Just make sure that everything is secure. Alright. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to you can't see it, but try to flip that, that's going to be the crotch piece. And then this is a double joint, bring it here, kind of like the StarCats version of the Dinobots, if you remember that video. Bring that there, and we're going to pull it up like so that the camera can see that. So now you have this section, and if you turn the back of it, this is pretty much where the cars would latch. Now the next thing you want to do is flip this down, and then just fold it like so. So that's going to be like the butt guard. And then just bring this whole section here. So now you have like a tacet that covers Menasaur's area. There you go. So you're almost set. You're almost set. Let's try to bring it up. Okay, now this is not originally the chest piece of this. I did a little operation on him earlier, and this was the original thing that was placed on that. I remove it, I unscrewed it. It comes along with an extra crotch piece. I'm not using that. And notice you can already see the head. The head was not originally that one. I want to go with the toy accurate kind of head, but I believe this is the more G1 head, and you got these leg covers and then the rounded feet. So that comes along with the set. So let's start working on this piece right here. All you really want to do is just try to unhinge everything together. There you go. Got it there. Just remove that. It's a little tight, believe me. It's, oh man, I was super scared that I'm gonna break some of these earlier, but you really want to just do that to that piece right there. Just try to give it some, oh man, it's stuck. I've pushed it in really tight. I can't take it out. Wow, that is in there tight. This is crazy. But the reason why it's tight is that you see this here, this one right here, it locks here, somewhere there. So I'm trying to shimmy it out of there, and it's not letting me. Oh my goodness, it's stuck in there good. Okay, I might have to do this off cam because it's really stuck in there. I'm gonna try it one more time, see if it's, no, it's not doing it. So I'm gonna pause really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so that was really annoying. What happened was, this thing right here, this lock right here, was stuck, and I had to unscrew this chest. So remember that this was not the original chest that came along with it. So when I transformed it back, see, it even chipped when I was playing around with it and I'm trying to re-screw it. What happened was, this thing got stuck in there because it's too tight. This this alternate chest piece has two, I think you have to shave some parts of it so that it won't be stuck in that transformation. So now that's out of the way, let's get back to the transformation of this thing. So once you have opened that, initially it was like this, you have to bring the sections up right here, and you have to unfold this section. So mind you, again, these things are extremely tight. Now another thing that you notice, that if you unhinge that, this comes loose. Technically, I'm not sure if this is something that does that, but it doesn't really hurt the transformation. But I'm just really scared that when I checked out the manual, it didn't say anything about it being a part swarmer at this point. So that came off for both arms. So I'm a little concerned about that. Next, you see these things, unflip them, and then once you do that, you can then rotate the arms like so, and then just fold it like that, and then just rotate it some more until you have this section right here. Now this groove will latch here. You bring this whole assembly down now, this way. There you go. And then just bring this whole assembly right here. Now you can pull this out and then rotate the arms like so, so that you have that section. Now another thing you want to do now is bring this section here, unfold the chest. This will lock in place. Just have to find that lock, give it a feel. Oh man, try to find it. Come on, lock. There you go. Alright, so once that's done, see, not even sure if that should have done that. I'll kind of fold this here, and let that sit there. So you're almost seeing Menasaur's top body. So we're going to do the same thing over here. Unflip this section right there. Right. Bring this whole section. Right. Unfold these parts. Rotate this like so. Fold it like that. Fold this assembly right here. Fold that. Just gonna take this out of the way. There you go. And then just put this here. Right. And then rotate this. Pull it down. Rotate that. Okay. And then just try to get this thing out of here. And then snap it in place. Try to find that wiggle room where we could snap it. Oh man, this is just really frustrating sometimes. I'm telling you, it is frustrating. So now you see here that the waist area is too thin. So just unfold that, and you now have the waist area taken care of. Alright. Okay, so there, that's pretty much the chunk of Menasaur. So you want to get these thigh covers. This comes along with the set. Whatever you prefer. I mean, I prefer these, the plain black ones, versus the one with the purple markings. I really think that these are more, just, I like plain. So that's it. So now we have a good thigh variation right there. We're going to bring these sections down. Okay. Alright, so what to do next? So let's start putting these stunticons into the Menasaur body. So what I like to do is I like to put Motormaster first. So you see these two sections right here. You're gonna have to peg them there. I'll try to do that now. And I tell you that these things are so... You have to find the groove all the time, and it's black and it's hard to navigate and see that. This has been really frustrating. I mean, this toy really looks great, but oh man, the frustration of transforming this fella is so much. It is not a fun transformer. Oh, I just can't find that section, and it doesn't want to snap in. So let's try to remove the head. Took out the head right there. That might help. Finally, there. So now it doesn't feel hollow. You can then, yeah, just put that there. There you go. And then put the head back. There you go. Okay, so let's move on with the legs, because they're very thin. So what you want to do now is just put these cars, so some of them have been placed like this. Like, you have to find that group section again. Oh my goodness. There you go. And then you gotta get breakdown, do the same. Find that groove section. There you go. So now that feels more bulkier. Great. Let's take a look at that. Bulky. Okay, so let's bring the camera back up. Whew. Really frustrating. So these half pieces would go to the shoulders right here. Snap it in place. There we go. And this was the problem. I noticed, again, so many flaws. Such a wonderful looking figure, great design, but flaw infested. There are two sections right here, two holes, but there is only one peg. So if I place that there, it's going to secure, but you flick it, it's going to go loose. So it is just a little disappointing. Such a disappointment for a very wonderful looking design. The engineering, again, so this is Magic Square's engineering, but Deformed Automan took it and made it bigger. So there was just really something lost in the translation when they were oversizing this thing, and that was the drawback. So let's take this. Let's put dead end snaps here. Put this. And oh my goodness, come on, this is the thing that I don't like. Well, you can remove it, you can remove these things right here, but they become kibble. So I'm not sure if you're seeing that. You can remove the hands from these figures so that it would be a smoother connection to the ports, so there won't be anything like excess, but they become kibble. So you don't want to just really remove that. I just keep it there, but sometimes it's hard to put. So it connects really smoothly. Just the left side is the big problem. So there you go. And there you have it. That is Menasaur right there. Now the cool thing about this, I'm not sure if you can see it, but let's try to do that. Try to focus the head. It lights up. I'm not sure if you're seeing that in the camera, but there's a light up feature on this head. I'm not sure with the original one, but this one does. So if you ask me, that's a pretty nifty feature right there. I like the chest now. The original chest wasn't really my thing. Comes along with a lot of accessories, so help me out. Put something in the comments, because I know Menasaur has these shoulder thingamajigs, and we can put that there to give it a more accurate G1 feel. Right. And I'm loving it when I place it here. It looks just absolutely amazing. The frustration of transforming this thing, somewhat goes away when you finally see him in his glorious G1 rendition, and I think that it is really awesome with that in place. Trying to get the camera up some more. He comes along with a giant ion blaster. I rarely see Menasaur holding a blaster, but we do know that Menasaur uses more of a sword in battle. So let's put that there. It grooves in. There's a slot somewhere there. Just, again, a lot of feeling around with slots. I'm not really great with that. They could have just really used pegs. That would have been so much better. And here is the problem again. There we go. So this thing comes loose. Drag strip is such a big problem. I mean, I like drag strip when it comes to the transformation, but when he is in Menasaur arm mode, that thing is just a prob. Mind you, the sword is really heavy. It just falls down. So if you try to angle it this way, there we go. The weight of the sword is too much. It just, see? It just falls. It's a very heavy sword. So you can't have the action pose. It's not going to work. I mean, that thing's going to just, gravity is just going to do its thing and bring it down. There you have it. Size comparison time. Size comparison. So this is Megatron. Let me put Megatron right there. I'm not sure if you're all seeing Megatron right now. Try to push Menasaur all the way to the back. Let's put more Decepticons. Let's put Starscream, who doesn't look too happy, because remember, he came up with Bruticus to combat the Constructicons and Menasaur. Let's put one of my faves. Let's put Astro Train right there. Come on, stand. There you go. And yeah, Hasbro's coming up with this version really soon, so why don't we place this fella over here? Let's put Blitzwing right there. So, very nice looking G1 Decepticons. I really think that that's the size of a combiner in Legends class, because it's so disappointing to get one of these. Let's have a very quick comparison with another figure. So this is, you can see how small Devastator is. This is the MFT Devastator, and he looks like a Voyager class versus a leader class. And I'm now thinking of getting, I'm just going to remove some of the Decepticons away. I am now thinking of getting the oversized Combiner Wars Devastator just to match this guy, because I believe that this is kind of like the same size as the Combiner Wars figure. I don't have the Combiner Wars figure handy right now. They're stashed somewhere in my room, and they're in a plastic case of some sort. I don't know where I can find them, but he is not up to scale with the MFT combiners, and there might be a what do you call this, an oversized version of this guy. I know there is. I was in Divisoria once and I saw him, like an oversized version of this dude. I'll try to find one and see if I can match the scale with Menasaur. But right now, this oversized KO version of Magic Square's Menasaur is really, really amazing to look at. Design-wise, Magic Square knocked it off the park, and Deformed Automan made it better with the size. Super flawed. That is one of the things that you would have to remember when you get this. It hurts like hell when you transform it. It's sharp, it's too tight, and it's just frustrating because there's so many panels to, you know, unflap and open. Plus, there are some singular. I mean, the solo or the individual transformation of the limbs, you know, it takes a lot of getting used to. So that is pretty much it. Let's have one more. I just want to compare this guy. Wanted to make sure that he's there. Ultra Magnus versus Menasaur. Optimus Prime versus Menasaur. And there you go. So that is pretty much it. If I would rate this awesome looking fella, again, awesome looking, playability wise, not cool, but looks department, super great. So if I were to rate this fella, this would be at around a 7.5 or a very close 8. He is not perfect. It's something that you have to understand, that you have to take the risk of getting this toy, and you have to understand what comes along with that awesome look. The look is great, but are you willing to suffer the pain and the frustration when you transform this fellow right here? So that is pretty much it for me. Thank you again for tuning in, and thank you for our subscribers. We're getting a lot of subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, click that subscription button, hit the notification button, give us some feedback, give us a comment, tell us what you want to talk about with the Transformers and the robots that we've been reviewing lately. And again, you are awesome. Thank you again for subscribing, and remember folks, till all are one, peace out, rock and roll.